Oh, those gray dots. Those are the people I talked to. Oh. Yeah, that guy's Gunner. Oh, I don't think, I think that's a new thing. I don't remember that being a thing before. Man, for the people who feel that they have to talk to every single NPC, that must be quite nice for them.
Let's be on our way.
Make sure they get every single bit of dialogue every time it changes. Market's as bustling as ever. People are packed in here like sardines. Hardly a surprise, seeing as this is the largest marketplace in the capital, and that's why it's popular with seedy types as well. Can't believe we're coming here together again after all these years. You're telling me. Feels like it was just yesterday when we started, or when we were dropping by to pick up supplies for the student council. That bastard Renee just loved pushing that job onto me. It wasn't even a real member, darn it. I mean, you may as well have been one, considering how much work you ended up doing for us in the end. Alright, enough reminiscing. We gotta figure out where those desire punks are holed up. Right, let's start by asking around. Wow, I think we've got two new places just this early. That's nice. Catching a whiff of something here smells like trouble. Maybe I should check the bulletin board just in case. Alright, we have Lashkar. That's a pretty cool name. Kaina. Old Man Romaine.
Oh, what can I do for you?
Cooking ingredients.
Drop by again sometime, yeah?
Big fish. You look evil. This person's like, hello, I'd like to shop. Just give me a little bit. I'm almost done with this chapter. Alright, let's see what the side quest is.
All right.
New up-and-coming patisserie. The Center Marsh. The name of Gâteau de Dune has been the subject of unseeming rumor. A fellow vendor. There's a little bird on top. Look at the little bird. Oh my gosh, and they animated it too. That's amazing. Little bird. I question. Fishing goods store cancer. As the name of your fishing store.
Anything you want?
Dumpling. Rare fish.
Hope you get good use out of it.
See? She's still following me. But I see you every time. Every time. Technology clip here. Earlier in the day, I had one of those moments. This kid is rocking out. Shaking the arm. This kid is, just got the sway. Is that I love beat? Beat S. It's not beats. It's I love beat S. And then this kid has the shoulders back and forth. Everyone's got their own little dance move.
Take a look at my wares. Anything strike your fancy?
Leonardo. About the other kid? I looked at all the kids. There's the good dancing kid. You know, the arms.
Thanks.
There's the sway. And there's the shoulder. All right, ladies and gentlemen. The first side quest. That every side quest for the rest of the game is going to be judged on this side quest. If this side quest is good, we'll do another one. If this side quest is not, then every side quest from this point forward is going to get skipped. You have been warned. Hey there, you the Kenny that put out that request. That would be me, yes. I'm assuming that makes you the Spriggan. And you, I feel like I've seen you somewhere before. I get that a lot. It's likely you have me confused with someone else. Just your average citizen looking to lend a hand to the Spriggan. Anyway, why don't you start by explaining your request to us? Right, of course. Now where to begin? Are either of you familiar with Gâteau de Dune? Or Dunny? No, I don't believe I am. Yeah, I know them. They're that patisserie. Patisserie. I don't know. That opened at the end of last year, right? The guy running it used to be involved with some rough times, so I heard he had a pretty hard time bringing in customers at first. Now, though, word's been getting out about how great his sweets are. Stuff's top-notch, apparently. Haven't had the pleasure of trying it myself, though. Ever the expert. Sounds like you have quite the sweet tooth. If I may, have you had the chance to try the sweets at our shop? You open around the same time as Gâteau de Dune, right? Not yet, but I've definitely had my eye on you guys. Maybe I'll come back when I've had more time. That's code for your quality does not measure up to my specific need. Then I await your patronage. Back to your request, this rumor about Gâteau de Dune. Yeah, that's new. What are you saying? Or what are they saying? Well, I hate to contribute to all the gossip, but heard they're using spoiled ingredients. Spoiled ingredients? That sure sounds like an issue. There's no word of anyone getting food poisoning, but people are complaining of the flavors tasting a bit off. See, this has the potential to ruin the reputation of everyone in the district. Oh my gosh. Is that really how that works? And considering we sell baked goods as well, turning a blind eye would spoil or spell nothing but trouble. Anyway, once you have proof of his wrongdoing, I'd like for you to bring Dunn to me. I'll try to convince him to use more quality ingredients. If this were to be taken to the police or bracers, it's likely that the suspicion would be placed over the entire march. You contacted a Spriggan so that you could keep it self-contained, didn't you? They always have to do this. They have to find a way to try and convince us that it's not something for the police or for the bracers, but it always just backfires because it's almost always for the police or the bracers. That's correct. So, does this sound like a request you're willing to take on? Looks like you're in a tough spot. Yes, but it's hard to believe Gateau de Dun would do something to jeopardize their recent rise in popularity. Suppose it's possible that they're using cheap ingredients to keep down costs. Some places will do anything for more money in their pockets. Anyway, as someone who's had his eye on Gateau de Dun, this is personal. One of your levels reaches level 5, you will obtain a hollow core of Mayor that takes after that particular alignment. Oh, so in the first game, they had, they said something great will happen, or you'll be able to work with like an unlikely force. And in this game, they're just telling you straight up, like, don't worry about it, dog. We're not gonna commit that atrocity ever again. All right, we're on the case. For the record, I'm fairly knowledgeable about the Center March. Leave getting the proof up to us. We'll be sure to take care of it. Thank you very much. Now then, let's start by asking people in the area who might have some info. The market manager is Old Man Romaine, right? Yes, if anyone knows anything, it would be him. Should also talk to Sabrina, one of the food truck owners. She has plenty of contacts, plus she handles ingredients for restaurants through the march. Whenever I need to investigate something in the area, I tend to rely on her. In that case, I'll go ahead and talk to one of the march's brokers, Malcolm. He does a lot of business with Victor at Montmartre and some other places around town. I'm sure he'll have some insights on the situation. Sounds like neither of us have any shortage of personal connections. Start by talking to those three. Right, let's get going.
Okay, time to get to work.
Les topics. Topicissimo. Give me a moment. Missed his perfect chance to bribe Van with sweets. Like that saying, spoil nothing but trouble. Means exactly the opposite of the original saying. What's the original saying?
Oh,
Because I'm pretty sure I said spoil accidentally. Linda, I've been seeing you around too. You following me as well? Dominique Lanster. Yeah, we're definitely going to see her in this game. For sure. We saw her in the last game too, but only at the very end. We got a good one on here. What is this? That is something. Cannot be read.
Oh, hello. Welcome. You're welcome back anytime.
I want to remember that one, but it feels difficult to remember since you don't hear people use the original a lot. And now. I don't remember what the conversation.
Want to take a look?
I'm so far behind.
Come again.
Getting Axelrod confused with your shenanigans? Well, it doesn't take much.
Got a question for you.
Oh, here's a couple of familiar faces. Don't suppose you're here to buy some vegetables. What's the problem? Sorry for the trouble, but we wanted to ask you a few questions. If that's all right with you, of course. Ah, that rumor. Yeah, I've heard about it. Or I've heard it, too. If I'm being honest, though, I think it's just a load of nonsense. Seem pretty confident about that. They get you trust Dunn, more or less. Listen, I know where Dunn came from, and I get that it's easy to get the wrong idea. But the boy's serious about his business. Got a good eye for ingredients, too. If it's just a one-off thing, I would understand, but he isn't the type to make the same mistake twice. I talked to him about this myself, one-on-one, and he seems just as confused about the whole mess as I am. Dang, praise from you isn't something to scoff at. Guess Dunn's someone who's really got it together, huh? You bet you're behind. Anyway, maybe these complaints are just some kind of misunderstanding. Like I said, Dunn's always been keen on using the most quality ingredients available to him. Passion like that can't be faked. I mean, using the most quality ingredients doesn't exactly say what's passionate or not, but you know what? I'll let you cook. I say we just ignore the rumor for now. That way, it won't have nothing to feed off of. I see. Thank you for your input. While we're on the subject, can I ask about the other patisserie? Oh, you mean Kenny's shop? Well, their stuff's certainly not bad, though you don't hear a ton of praise about them neither, for better or for worse. Seems like they get fewer customers than Dunn's, though. Do you think that's contributed to a rivalry between the two? Wouldn't say it's impossible, that's for sure. All right, thanks a lot. This was really helpful. Always gotta suspect foul play. Oh, it's the same girl, but she changed her hair this time. You thought I wouldn't notice, but I caught ya.
Let's
Bird.
see what we got.
This guy was caught by the police. Oh, this is done. Got yourself a little bit of a line. Spell nothing but trouble is what you meant by the original. Aha. Lao Chow.
Hello there. Thank you.
It's seen in Kane. Huh. Where's your brother, the Undertaker? Oh, it's a dog. Yeah. The look of the dogs hasn't improved much. Looking a little rough. I will say, like, the actual model, it's just the texture work. The model of the dog looks good.
Let's do this thing.
There's a turtle right there. Oh, there's a turtle right there, too.
That's it.
Use that to find the best angle for the rod. Press A at the right time to reel the fish in. Match the spinning arrow and angle of the rod and press A. Successful when it reaches max. Was there fishing in the first game? You press A outside the best angle area 3 times, or if the reel gauge drops to 0, the fish will escape. I have no idea what's going on.
Nice, I got one.
Kaseki.
There. That's it. Nice, I got one.
Added in this now. Now Van is a true Trails main character. Guess so. Now I remember the first game I think had no mini games whatsoever.
There.
And
That's it.
this word on the street is there's mini game in this one.
Nice, I got one.
Kasagi. Ooh, what you reading? Today gossip? Oh man.
This market's bustling. They've got more stuff on offer now than they did back in our day.
That's true. The trade business is flourishing more and more every year. It would be nice to wander around here again sometime. When we're off the clock, of course.
Something about a diary. You use the finest ingredients too? You want this filet steak very well done, right? No seasoning as well, so you can enjoy its natural flavors. I watch a YouTube channel. Look at the texture, the shadow. Look at the texture of the whole thing. Oh, no, it's just a shadow. I have shadows on my meat. Whatever. Does not make shadows look very good. But I did this to myself. I don't care about shadows. I watched this YouTube channel called Sorted Food. And anytime they say like they're going to season something, they use salt. Salt is, I guess, analogous for seasoning for them. And I have never thought of salt as a seasoning. I've always thought of it, well, I mean, like it is a seasoning, but like when I go to season something, you know, if I'm eating some like salmon or steak or whatever, if I want to season it, I'm not gonna use salt.
Oh,
I'm gonna use like some Lowry's, which you know is salt, but you know, I'd use some Lowry's or maybe like some Italian like seasoning, you know, or like dried, I don't know, basil or something like that, but never salt. Excuse me, sir, are you allowed to fish in this public fountain? There are fish in there. I'll do what I want. See? The statue says it's okay. You know who also says it was okay? This guy. He gave me the thumbs up. He was like, yeah, you can fish here. I was like, thanks. You only know when you're worth your seasoning? I see what you did there. Oh, look at the images on this food.
Got a question for you.
Why, if it isn't Elaine, and you're wearing your normal clothes, not on duty today. Oh, I see, you're on a date. No, I'm just here helping him with his work. Something we'd like to ask you. Here. And her his card, and asked about Gateau de Dun rumor. See, a Spriggan, are you? What do you mean, a Spriggan? He is the Spriggan. Yeah, I've heard the rumor. Seems like there's more than a few people in the March that believe it. Sure, that has a lot to do with what they know of Dunn's past. That does seem to be what their reasoning is based on. He's used to shady business, or I knew he'd go back to his old ways. And that's just a few of the things I've heard people saying. Everyone's got something to say, huh? Still, not like I can deny impressions matter. That being said, it's a little hard to justify their opinions when the rumors are baseless. Although, I suppose, we don't know the whole truth yet. Yeah, we need to remember to remain unbiased here. Anyway, do you know anything else? Not really. Dunn and I aren't particularly close. Not much more I can say, to be honest. Alright, thank you for your help. You sell.
What can I get for you?
Blue soda. Extremely blue. Tuna sandwich.
Thanks for shopping.
This food truck is tiny. Also, how do you get in here? Also, that door is a little small. Also, where's the floor to this? Well, presumably, she is not taller than Van. Presumably. Have there been very many characters that are taller than that? Yes. Probably some characters that are taller than that. But would she be taller than that? Van's pretty tall. Oh, I'm just looking at this and not seeing it. Like that. Oh, there's another bird. Distracted. Look at that bird. He even modeled the feet.
Check out what I have on offer.
Chell.
Let me know if you need anything. Please come back anytime.
Rest area. Oh, look at this place. You see a lot from up here. What you can also do? You can drop on somebody. Leap down. Crush their hopes and dreams. And then. US does have a crazy amount of meat seasonings. Still remember your trip to Target for the first time and staring at the seasoning aisle. Oh, yeah. I do that sometimes just when going to the grocery store and being like, oh, I want to get Yes. And then I have to like go row by row, individual item by individual item, looking for the exact thing I'm looking at because there's so many.
Hey, welcome.
What's up, Peggy? Welcome to Trout Seafood. We got some tasty salmon in today. You won't find them any fattier than here. Come and get some before it's too late. How could we say no to such an adorable saleswoman? Yeah, she's putting half the adults in this market to shame with that pitch.
They're as fresh can be.
Hey,
Woohoo! Thank you.
that sales pitch. Think I want fatty fish? Come on now.
Better not be window shopping.
Oh, this lady is already disrespectful. Can we be friends? Gifts.
What? Done already?
Oh, that's what's been throwing me off, that I could not detect from the other one. The door frame is not on the floor. Yeah, that makes this door very crazy. So, like, the door has to swing in, right? There's no way it swings out, it just hits chairs. Yeah. Very, very interesting.
Hello.
Hey, it's a sewer diver. That's...
Thank you.
I watch my clips. Only clip watchers understand some of the jokes that I tell.
Got a question for you.
Hey there, how's business? Well, if it isn't the Spriggan from Old Town, something I can do for you. Yeah, we wanted to ask you about some of the goings-on at March. I've heard the rumor, been keeping an eye on his shop myself. I was even thinking of helping him out with his supply purchasing recently, you know, to give his business a boost. But now, I can really only watch from afar. Does that mean you believe Dunn is guilty? No, I'm totally neutral here. It's a bit of a toss-up on whether or not it's all true. Anyway, Dunn's been able to keep out of hot water so far because of his popularity, but he's going to need to keep that rumor in check. Possible that some people from his past are coming back to haunt him. Or it could simply be the work of someone who's jealous of his success. Can't argue with that. But it's not just a rumor. There really is something wrong with his sweets, right? Yes, he has unfortunately received a few complaints. And every one of them mentioned the fruit sauce on his featured dish. Because of that, there's really not much more I can do for the kid. Not if there's even a smidge of truth to them. Hey, if you can, do your best to find out what's really going on here. Don't worry, I always finish what I start. Thanks for your help. Everyone we wanted to speak to. Let's go get some answers from Dunn. Yeah, I think we have a good grasp on what others think of him now. Let's go. I didn't check.
What
your
can I get
stuff.
for you?
Camel kebab. Never had camel before. A juicy sausage on a stick that bursts with flavor when bitten into. Do we want, oh, you know what, never mind.
Thanks a bunch. Hey, welcome. They're as
buy none, though. Romy. What you reading? Jumana. You know what? That name is interesting. There's just no beating a good cafe latte. People who take their coffee black are out of their minds. It does kind of depend on the dessert it's paired with, but for the most part, I'm in her camp. I don't mind it unsweetened, but at that point, a cup of tea would suit me better. Oh, I was about to say, this game is stepping up their painting game. Already come across 2 paintings that are the same.
Welcome! Thank you for coming!
Corn pizza bites. Pizza in the morning, pizza in the evening, pizza at supper time. When pizza's on a bagel, you can eat pizza anytime.
Please stop by again!
Elton. What's up, Gato? Little guy must be the top cat here in the center marsh. I've seen him around here and there. He certainly has some gravitas, doesn't he? Thanks a ton. Come again. They weren't kidding about this place being popular. It's like the rumor hasn't had any effect at all. Maybe word hasn't actually spread yet. I mean, I doubt he'd have so many customers if they thought they were gonna get sick. Hey, the heck's going on here? What's the deal, old man? Got a problem with my sweets? Problem? Yeah, I got a problem. Sauce on my cannelli's gone bad. If I eat this and start puking, what are you gonna do about it? The heck are you talking about? Ain't no way that's true. What kind of attitude is that to take with a customer? Clearly ain't been raised right, boy. Want a refund? Give me back my money. Like heck I will. Sorry about that. Man, yeah, something's up. Ask him what's going on. Hey, can I get a cannelli? Sorry, not right now. I gotta look into something. Can you let us look into it with you? The heck? We might be able to give you a hand here. Cannelli, that guy returned. It was definitely one of yours, right? Yeah, I guess so. The berry sauce was mine too. At first I thought he was trying to give me something he bought ages ago. But there's no way that dough wasn't baked this morning. Maybe I really did use some bad sauce. You don't seem convinced. I'd like to believe I didn't, but looking at it now, I'm losing confidence. Plus, this is the 5th time this has happened, and I never screw up like this. This is pathetic. Anyway, I'm guessing you two were sent here to look into my shop, huh? Well, here it is, crumbling under my inexperience. I'm gonna get to the bottom of this. I gotta make things right. So I'm begging you, please don't report me to the cops. Look, man, I'm a Spriggan. I'd never do something like that. My memory is hazy, but I feel like you've reported people to the cops before. This seems like it was a genuine mistake, so we'll just be on our way. Well, after seeing all that, there's a lot that's not adding up here. Yeah, we should go over what we've learned. This rumor that Gâteau de Dun is using spoiled ingredients. The market manager said it was bogus, but there have obviously been some complaints. Dunn himself said that cannelli sauce was bad. And not only is he starting to doubt his skill as a chef, but he feels responsible for fixing the issue. We need to determine whether this rumor is true or false. And it's still possible that he bought cheap ingredients on purpose. By the way, going back to Kenny's request, he wanted us to find proof so that he could convince Dunn to use more quality ingredients. In other words, he doubted Dunn from the beginning. But what do you think is really going on here? Honestly, Dunn doesn't strike me as the type to put on a performance. I think the chances are pretty high that someone set him up. I think so too. There's only one person who stands to gain from Dunn's downfall. Suppose that means we have a clear answer then. Yeah, it's... I mean, clearly it's the man who complained about the sauce, because he gets his money back. Kenny guy is pretty suspicious. You think so too, right? Yes, he talked about putting in this request for the sake of March and Dunn, but he seemed awfully confident that Dunn was using spoiled ingredients. He even admitted he wanted proof of Dunn's wrongdoing. Right, and that customer we saw had to be in on it too. I'm betting those two arranged it so we'd be there when he made a scene. That cannelli he had was probably also prepared by Kenny. Or maybe he tampered with one of Dunn's. Even Dunn was fooled. It's likely that he bought it from his shop beforehand. And then he put some spoiled sauce on it. That right? Yep, Kenny's also a professional at making baked goods. I'm sure he'd have no problem making a sauce just like Dunn's. You know, having you help out saves me loads of time. No need to explain all the extra bits. Thanks to your powers of observation, I haven't had to work all that hard either. Oh, what do we do now? Good question. I've got an idea. So, we weren't able to find any definitive proof, but from what we saw, it does seem like Dunn was using spoiled ingredients. Is that so? How could he? By the way, we've already reported this to the market manager. He decided that it would be best to have Gateau de Dunn close shop for 3 months. Meanwhile, he'll be barred from selling food anywhere else. 3 months? That's a bit harsh, but I suppose it's what he deserves. Hope Dunn uses this experience to change for the better. This is exactly the outcome I was hoping for. I don't know how I can ever thank you. I'm sure it would have all come out eventually, but thanks to you, it was solved before there was any real damage done. Hearing you say that makes me glad that I spoke up. Thank you very much. I'll send your payment along shortly. It was no problem. We'll be on our way. Now then. It's gonna leave your stall? Follow Kenny. If you get too close to the target, they will notice you. Conversely, if the target strays too far, their trail will be lost. Maintain a safe distance while keeping the target in sight. Oh my gosh. Follow the target but maintain an adequate distance. When this gauge is filled, the target will be notified of your presence. Gauge is filled, you will lose track of your target. Lower the found gauge by hiding yourself with shards. Dear. Is this decrease so slow? Can we relax? Like, there's no way this guy is a mastermind in people tailing him. Are you gonna go over to Sabrina? Yet to meet a person who finds this kind of mechanic fun. It's why was I losing it? It's well, it's fun. It's definitely not, quote, fun. I more just question the why. Why would we do this? At least you have plenty of recovery spots. Played other games with no recovery spots and you had to start over from the beginning, even if you were close to finish. I hope they don't have this stealth mechanic too many times, because like even with the recovery spots, the radius is so large and it fills up the gauge so quickly that when you get into a recovery spot, it lowers the gauge so slowly. It's the man who complained about the sauce. Yep, that's a bingo. Nice work, here's your payment. Thanks. Let me know if there's anything else I can help you with. You know, that Spriggan ended up being an easier mark than I thought. Even went to the market manager on his own, closed him down for 3 whole months. Dunn had no problem admitting to his crimes. With one more little push, we can get him out of the march forever. Yeah, I don't think so. What? The Spriggan? Looks like you finally revealed your true colors. So your ultimate goal is to get Dunn to close up shop entirely. Well, there's no way you're going to worm your way out of this one. You had ample motive for wanting to get rid of the arrival, not to mention how you'd have no problem recreating Dunn's cannelli and sauce. What's more, you were in cahoots with that customer from earlier, and your words just now were the final nail in the coffin. We recorded all of it. Confess and come along quietly. Why, you don't need the confession, you recorded it. Wait, if you really believe I'm at fault here, then why is Dunn closing down his shop? Oh, that. We lied. Though we did inform Dunn and the market manager about our setup. That looks like it worked. Can't believe you tried to tear me down like that. Why would you do? And someone in the same line of work, no less. Like I care what you think. Some punk like you shouldering in on my customers. You're nothing but low-life scum. You bastard. I think we all know who the real scum is, and it's not Dunn. He'd never stoop to your level. Anyway, let's make sure Kenny here gets his just desserts. What should we suggest? What can the police even do here? Is this game fabulous and pleasant? Well, I'm only 2 hours and change into it. So I can't necessarily say that, but you know what I can say? It's a Trails game. You like Trails games? You'll probably like this game. But, you know, you could say that about every Trails game. Even the Trails games that you haven't played yet. Street Justice is, you know, you mess with the wrong people. Sometimes you gotta pay the price. And I don't think the police is gonna do it. Even if we send this guy to the police, there's only so much they'll be able to do. We want him to really receive a just sentence. We might want to think of some other punishment. We could get him to compensate Dunn for any damages. Might also be necessary to ban his entry to the center march. Doing so may require us to act in a gray area for a bit, but I think it's rather appropriate. Handing him to the police also means he'll get a record. It's gotta be another solution that's fair to everybody. Let's call over Old Man Romaine to see what he's got to say. Darn you, don't act like you're too high and mighty to send me to jail. What? No, I want you to get beat up. After that, Market Manager Romaine was brought over to mediate a settlement between Dunn and Kenny. The fact that the rumor about Gateau de Dunn was a lie spread to the shops throughout the march. I owe you big time. I can't thank you enough, man. By the way, your reward money's coming from Kenny, right? Well, he's the one who started this mess. Only makes sense he pays. We intend to be greatly compensated for the trouble. Glad to hear it. But I gotta give you guys something too. Wouldn't feel right if I didn't. So here, take a bunch of my pride and joy cannellis. Is that a cannelli? I always thought a cannelli was like a croissant, but, you know, different. There are 7, 10, there are 16 there, and you only give me 5. Oh wow, there's so many, thank you. Everything okay, Van? They're so popular, I didn't think we'd get a chance to try any. This is awesome, man. Seriously, don't hesitate to let me know if you ever need help. I'll mention it.
That takes care of that.
Mira deposit confirmed.
Hey. Le Gris. Certain choices within the game will greatly affect Van's LGC alignment, depending on what answer is chosen. Blah, blah. Okay. In 3 hours and some change short? Well, I started like 10, 15 minutes into the stream, so.
Oh,
But sure. Playing through Euden Chronicles. I've seen a little bit of that game. I was kind of interested in playing it myself, but I learned that it's a Suikoden game through and through, which is not actually what I wanted from it. I wanted a game that saw the Suikoden formula and was like, you know what? We can do this better. We can modernize this a lot. We can make this system you know, fit in today's era with, you know, character and personality and all that other stuff associated with all aspects of it. I didn't play it myself, so I don't know, but from what I heard, it's a Suikoden game. I heard it described as Suikoden 6. And as someone who played Suikoden 1 and 2, didn't really have any interest in playing a Suikoden 6. That being said, I played Suikoden 3 recently, and that one, you know, I enjoyed that one, so I don't know. Maybe once I play Suikoden 4 and 5, I'll be in the mood to play a Suikoden 6. I need to save it mark though. $120 recruitable characters. Now, see, that's a lot, but how many of those 120 characters can join your party and actually contribute to the main story and you know, aren't just cardboard cutouts that don't say anything for the entire game? What's the point of recruiting 120 characters if they don't mean anything? Is kind of where I'm going. If I like 3, or did I like 3 because of the Trinity system? I don't know what the Trinity system is. If you're talking about like swapping characters, no, that was not a contributing factor to me liking it. In fact, I think that might have been one of the it's been a while, but I think it might have been one of the detriments, because certain character stories were more interesting than others, and the stories did retread certain points that I did not want to be retread. But again, it's been a while, so I don't know.